My name is Kate Walker, and if you're a guy having an affair, ending an affair, or trying to survive an affair that already ended, you are in the right place. I'm a marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in infidelity. I talk to couples every week who are trying to survive the shock and anger of infidelity. Couples go to counseling after an affair for lots of different reasons. Some think of counseling as a way to punish their spouse, or they hope that the therapist has some sort of mind-reading abilities to tell if the cheating spouse is being truthful. Others simply look at it as a box to check, so when they end the marriage, they can pull the trigger with a clean conscience that says, well, we tried everything we could. Many really like it and come out the other side with a better marriage than they came in with. Maybe you're wondering if counseling is for you in your situation. Here's what I think. It depends on the counselor. I hold a PhD in counselor education. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. But you shouldn't take my word for it because of that. Lots of people have a master's or PhD in a mental health profession, but that doesn't make them an expert. I've spent lots of years and thousands of hours developing my affair recovery specialty, presenting what I've learned at national conferences, and teaching professionals and non-professionals alike how to help couples survive infidelity. Lots of counselors, psychologists, clinical social workers say they can help couples, especially couples trying to survive infidelity, but the truth is they may not have that much experience in this area. So if you are going to go the counseling route, interview at least 3 therapists. Ask questions like, how much of your practice is devoted to affair recovery? What sorts of licenses or special certifications do you have that help you specialize in couple issues? What is the blueprint you use? A good couple therapist can give you an outline of the method they use to work with couples. Whether you decide to do counseling or not, I'd like to give you some things you can do right now to help your wife or partner survive your affair. I want you to think of this as a blueprint for recovery, and you are the contractor. Like any good project, there will be delays, unforeseen issues, and problems, so expect that. Don't get down. Focus on your goals, and if you need help, ask for it. This is a long-term remodel, not a quick fix or a slipshod handyman job. Step 1, end the affair. I know this seems obvious, but you can't work on a marriage that was having difficulties if you are still getting your emotional or physical needs met somewhere else. Think of it this way. If your body was unhealthy because you like to eat donuts, it wouldn't do you much good to go to doctors and personal trainers if you still snuck off to the donut shop every day. If you choose your marriage, you gotta give up the donuts. If you're watching this video, this next part may not apply to you, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't get hung up on the word affair. The fact is, whether you are having sex, not having sex, just friends on Facebook, texting, sexting, or going to drinks after work with a female, your wife gets to define this one. If she feels, or you think she'd feel, betrayed by your actions, then it's an affair. Step 2, to reveal or not to reveal. That is the question. No doubt that revealing will lead to hard work. In my practice, I have heard affair survivors tell me they would never go through the affair again or wish it on anyone, but that the work they did gave them the marriage they always wanted. This is something only you can decide, but remember, affairs that are discovered rather than revealed are much harder to recover from, and it is very difficult to have the marriage of your dreams when you are carrying around a secret like that. If you choose to reveal, congratulations. Remember step 1? Well, it's time to do that again, except this time you are ending both affairs. But wait, you may ask, I may not be the greatest guy right now, but I'm only having one affair. Actually, there are 2 affairs going on here. The one you actually had or are having, and the one in your wife's head. No matter what you are doing or what you have done, the affair in your wife's head is much worse than the one that actually happened, and you must end both. So in other words, just saying, honey, I promise it's over, ain't gonna cut it. This is gonna take some real action steps on your part, and for the best results, they must involve your wife. The goal here is to rebuild your team of 3, you, your wife, and your lover, into a team of 2, just you and your wife. Some ideas you can suggest or try with your wife are, 1, you write a letter to your lover stating you are ending the affair, and your wife reads it, then mails it. 2, You write an email to your lover stating you are ending the affair, and your wife hits send. 3. You contact your lover by phone and tell her directly that the affair is over, and your wife listens on the other line. Sometimes wives are afraid that this contact can stir things up again, especially if the affair ended a long time ago, so she may not want to do this. Respect her wishes and go on to step 4. Step 4, be transparent about everything, and that includes your work email and your phone. I know, you have rules at work that you have to follow. Remember, this isn't about work recovery. This is about recovering your marriage, and any area that is hidden from your wife will trigger the affair that is alive and well in her head. Anything you keep from her may take you back to square one. Remember, this isn't about you and your comfort. This is about helping her survive your affair. Step 5, expect a roller coaster. During recovery, you will have the worst fights and the greatest sex you've ever had during the course of your marriage. That's the normal part. Your wife is grieving the loss of the marriage she thought she had. This can be no different than any other loss, like the loss of a friend or a loved one. That means she's going through the stages of grief: shock, anger, denial, bargaining, also called the what-if stage, and acceptance. And she may go through all of these in one day. She's also being triggered by outside elements like songs on the radio, certain locations in town, types of buildings like hotels, and don't even think about going to a movie. Even the calendar is not her friend. There's something called the anniversary effect that will impact her without her knowing it. The year after the affair, as it gets closer to the time that the affair occurred or was discovered, she may get sad or angry and not realize why. This is real trauma for her. Research is telling us that the impact of an affair can lead to symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Just like the guys who come back from a war zone, she may experience sleep interruptions, intrusive thoughts, difficulty concentrating at work or at home, and increased sensitivity. This may be a time to ask for help if you feel like her symptoms are getting severe. Step 6, ask for help. Get as much information as you can on affair recovery and communicating wants and needs. Affair recovery is a tough job, and you shouldn't go through it alone. Your spouse wants you to be the one to comfort her, but she pushes you away when you try. You want to help your spouse, but remember, you are the one who caused the pain. Imagine it this way. Imagine a guy who starts a fight in the middle of a crowd. It's confusing for everybody if he changes into a paramedic suit and starts putting band-aids on everyone. This is a confusing time for both of you, so go slow, expect 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, and talk to someone yourself. Find a male you both trust with your story, and you set up weekly meetings just for you to talk about what you're going through. It's even better if this male has survived infidelity himself. Part of the reason you got into this mess is because you, like many guys, find it difficult to verbalize your feelings, your wants, and your needs. This is a great time to learn that skill so you don't set yourself and your spouse up again for difficulties in the future. I have 2 powerful free resources to help you in the meantime. One I have called 5 Rules for Couples to Fight Fair. This can help you and your spouse learn the tools for navigating conflict. Many men make the mistake of trying to navigate conflict the way they did before the affair. The result is they fall into the same bad habits they had before, and they actually make recovery worse. When you sign up with your email address on this page, you will receive my free resource which will help you stop the old patterns and develop new ones that will help you and your wife on the road to recovery. My other free resource doesn't even require your email. Simply go to my homepage and click Recommended Reading, then click Infidelity. I've listed some of the books I've found to be especially helpful with couples. Affair recovery and affair recovery counseling is not a sentence to purgatory for you and your wife. If you've tried these steps and you feel you can't go further on your own, please consider seeking professional outside help. A third party can help both of you see where the wheels are coming off and establish a recovery plan you both can live with. Do you have questions? You can schedule time to talk with me by going to www.achievebalance.org and click Schedule a 10-minute phone consultation. This is Kate Walker, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, a licensed professional counselor, and infidelity specialist, and I look forward to talking with you.